Have you ever wondered why some people stay on your mind long after the day is over? The same thing can happen in reverse. Sometimes a person may think about you every night, replaying conversations, remembering shared moments, and wondering what you are doing, yet never openly admit it. Human emotions are often complicated, and not everyone feels comfortable expressing what is in their heart. While some people are direct about their feelings, others choose to keep their thoughts private, even when someone means a great deal to them. When a person constantly thinks about you, their actions often reveal what their words do not. They may find small excuses to contact you, pay close attention to your social media activity, or remember tiny details that most people would forget. These subtle behaviors can provide valuable clues about what is really happening behind the scenes. Even though they never come right out and say it, their interest becomes visible through consistent patterns and habits. Nighttime is often when people reflect on their day and think about the people who matter most to them. Without the distractions of work, school, or daily responsibilities, thoughts and emotions tend to become stronger. If someone frequently thinks about you during these quiet hours, it can influence the way they interact with you during the day. They may seem unusually interested in your life, eager to hear from you, or excited whenever you reach out. Of course, every person is different, and no single sign can prove exactly what someone is thinking. However, when several of these signs appear together, they can paint a clearer picture of someone's feelings and emotional investment. The key is to look for consistency rather than isolated moments. A person who genuinely thinks about you often will usually show it through repeated actions over time. In this article, we'll explore 15 signs that he thinks about you every night but never says it. These signs are based on common behaviors that many people display when someone occupies their thoughts more than they are willing to admit. Whether you're curious about a special connection, trying to understand mixed signals, or simply wondering if someone has deeper feelings for you, these signs may help you recognize what words alone cannot reveal. Sometimes the strongest emotions are not spoken out loud. They are quietly reflected in the little things a person does every single day. He sends random messages late at night. When someone thinks about you before going to sleep, you often become the last person on their mind. That is why he may send random messages late at night. Even when there is no important reason to text, the message might be simple, such as asking how your day went, or sharing something funny he saw online. These conversations often seem casual, but they can reveal a deeper interest. Nighttime is usually when people are alone with their thoughts, making their true feelings harder to hide. If he repeatedly reaches out during these quiet hours, it may be because you are occupying his mind. Even if he never openly admits it, those late-night messages can be a sign that he enjoys thinking about you and wants to feel connected before ending his day. He watches your social media stories consistently. One of the clearest signs that someone thinks about you regularly is their consistent attention to your social media activity. If he watches nearly every story you post, it may not be a coincidence. People naturally pay attention to things and people they care about. Seeing your updates gives him a small glimpse into your daily life and helps him feel involved, even when you are not talking directly. He may check your profile out of curiosity, or simply because he enjoys knowing what you are doing. While watching stories alone does not prove romantic feelings, doing it consistently over time can suggest that you stay on his mind. It shows a level of interest that goes beyond casual scrolling, and may indicate that he thinks about you more often than he lets on. He remembers small details about you. When a person constantly thinks about someone, they tend to remember details that others would easily forget. He might recall your favorite food, a story you told months ago, or even a small comment you made in passing. These details remain in his memory because he pays close attention. Whenever you speak, remembering little things is often a sign that your words matter to him. It suggests that he values your conversations and thinks about them afterward. Many people forget information that seems unimportant, but someone who frequently thinks about you is more likely to hold on to those memories. If he surprises you by remembering things you barely mentioned, it could be because thoughts of you stay with him long after your conversations end. He finds excuses to start conversations. A man who thinks about you often may struggle to go long periods without talking to you. As a result, he looks for reasons to start conversations, even when the topic is not very important. He may ask simple questions, send interesting posts, or bring up random subjects just to keep communication going. These excuses are often less about the topic itself and more about creating an opportunity to interact with you. When someone enjoys having you in their thoughts, They usually enjoy hearing from you as well. Consistent efforts to reach out can reveal a desire to stay connected. Even if he never directly says he misses you, his repeated attempts to talk may show that you are frequently on his mind. He brings up old memories you shared. People often revisit memories that are meaningful to them, especially when those memories involve someone they care about. If he frequently brings up moments you shared together, it may be because he thinks about them often. He might mention a funny conversation, a special event, or a time when you both laughed together. Revisiting these memories allows him to relive the emotions connected to them. It also creates an opportunity to remind you of your bond. When someone repeatedly talks about the past, it usually means those experiences still hold value in their heart. If he often references old memories without any obvious reason, it could be a sign that he spends time thinking about you and cherishes the moments you have shared together. He likes or reacts to your posts quickly. When someone thinks about you often, they tend to notice your online activity almost immediately. If he regularly likes, reacts to, or comments on your posts shortly after they appear, it may be because he pays close attention to what you share. This behavior shows that your updates catch his interest and that he enjoys staying connected to your life. While anyone can occasionally interact with a post, consistent and quick reactions often suggest a deeper level of attention. He may not openly express his feelings, but his online engagement can reveal that you frequently cross his mind. Every notification from you becomes something he notices, and responding quickly may be his subtle way of showing that he enjoys keeping up with you. He checks in on you without a reason. A person who thinks about you regularly often feels the urge to know how you are doing. He may send a message asking if everything is okay, or simply check in to see how your day is going. These conversations might not have a specific purpose, but they create a sense of connection. When someone takes the time to reach out without needing anything in return, it often reflects genuine care and interest. He may not realize it himself, but these check-ins can be a sign that thoughts of you appear in his mind throughout the day and night. Even if he never openly talks about his feelings, his desire to stay informed about your well-being can reveal how important you are to him. He mentions things that remind him of you. One strong sign that you occupy someone's thoughts is when everyday things remind them of you. He might hear a song, visit a place, watch a movie, or see something random and immediately think of you. If he often tells you about these moments, it shows that connections between you and his daily experiences happen naturally. People usually associate things with those who leave a lasting impression on them. The fact that he shares these reminders means he wants you to know that you crossed his mind. Even simple comments like, "This reminded me of you," can reveal a lot about what is happening behind the scenes. It suggests that thoughts of you are woven into his everyday life more than he may admit. He gets curious about your daily life. Curiosity is often a reflection of genuine interest. If he frequently asks about your plans, your day, your hobbies, or what has been happening in your life, it may be because he enjoys learning more about you. People who think about someone regularly naturally want to know how that person is doing. He may ask questions that seem ordinary, but together they reveal a desire to stay involved in your world. This curiosity goes beyond basic politeness because it is consistent and sincere. He remembers your answers and often follows up on previous conversations. When someone genuinely cares about what happens in your life, it can be a sign that you remain on their mind long after your conversations have ended. He responds thoughtfully to your messages. The way a person responds can reveal how much they value communication with you. If he takes time to give thoughtful replies, remembers what you said, and engages with your messages in a meaningful way, it may indicate that he genuinely enjoys talking to you. Rather than sending short or careless responses, he puts effort into keeping the conversation alive. Thoughtful communication often. He seems happy whenever you reach out. When someone thinks about you often, hearing from you can instantly brighten their mood. If he seems excited, energetic, or unusually cheerful whenever you message him, it may be because your attention means a lot to him. He might reply quickly, keep the conversation going, or show genuine enthusiasm about talking to you. Even on stressful days, a message from you can make him feel better. This reaction often happens because he has already been thinking about you, making your message feel like a pleasant surprise. While he may never openly admit his feelings, his happiness whenever you reach out can reveal just how much he enjoys having you in his life and how often you occupy his thoughts. He asks mutual friends about you. Sometimes people are curious about someone but hesitate to ask them directly. Instead, they turn to mutual friends for information. If he asks how you are doing, what you have been up to, or whether you are seeing someone, it can be a sign that he thinks about you frequently. These questions often come from a desire to stay connected to your life. Even when direct communication is limited, he may not want to appear too interested, but his curiosity finds another outlet. When someone consistently seeks updates about you through others, it suggests that you remain important in their mind and that they want to know more about what is happening in your world. He keeps important messages from you. Most people delete or forget old conversations over time. However, if he keeps meaningful messages, screenshots special chats, or revisits old conversations, it may be because they hold emotional value for him. People tend to save things that matter to them, and messages from someone they frequently think about often become cherished reminders. Looking back at those conversations allows him to relive positive emotions and memorable moments. He may never tell you that he rereads your messages, but the fact that he keeps them suggests that your words continue to have an impact on him. This behavior often reveals a deeper connection and shows that thoughts of you remain significant long after the conversation has ended. He appears distracted when you're mentioned. When a person's feelings run deep, simply hearing your name can trigger an emotional reaction. If he becomes quiet, thoughtful, nervous, or suddenly attentive whenever you are mentioned, it may be because you occupy a special place in his mind. People often struggle to hide their emotions when caught off guard. Even if he tries to act casual, subtle changes in his behavior can reveal what he truly feels. He may ask follow-up questions, listen more carefully, or seem lost in thought afterward. These reactions often happen because hearing about you instantly brings a flood of memories and emotions. It can be a sign that he thinks about you more often than he admits. He stays connected, even when he has nothing important to say. One of the strongest signs that someone thinks about you regularly is their desire to stay in touch without any specific reason. He may send random memes, share funny videos, talk about everyday events, or simply say hello. The content of the conversation is often less important than the connection itself. When a person genuinely enjoys having you in their life, they look for small ways to maintain contact. These interactions may seem ordinary, but they show a consistent effort to keep communication open. If he continues reaching out even when there is no practical reason to do so, it may be because thoughts of you naturally lead him to seek your presence, even in the smallest ways.